my friend, and welcome back. My name is Hannah, and today I want to talk about new makeup releases. I'm getting ready for my day, so hence why I'm not completely, I don't know, I only have my base on and I still have my curler in. But I'm seeing things that I'm already too excited to talk about, so I just don't have the time to finish my makeup. There's a lot of news today, so if you're curious about anything that I mentioned in this video, anything that I'm wearing on my face, what I'm doing in other pockets of the internet, I always have links in the description box down below. But let me scoot over. Okay, and let's start with the first item. Pat McGrath is coming out with a round 2 to the Bridgerton collection, and I have some mixed opinions about this particular release. I think everybody does. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette is almost exactly the same, sort of, but it has a pop of gold in it. I don't think that bottom middle shade is the same blue metallic that's in the first palette. At least it doesn't look that way. It looked more blue, but maybe it was because of the blue packaging that it brought out more of the blue. This looks a little bit different. There's like a shimmer, like a champagne-y kind of shimmer that looks very similar to the first palette. And then those red and pink tones are very similar, but again, I don't think those are like the exact. I think they look very similar, but I don't think they're the exact shade. Because the one with like the portrait imprint, I think that's more of like a maroony kind of matte, similar to like that cool matte in the first palette. And then I think that pink shade at the top is more like bubblegum pink than like an iridescent pink, if that makes sense. It's still very, very similar to the first palette, and I won't be picking it up, but I'm interested to see how it swatches and what those shades really look like. I think a lot of people are mad at Pat McGrath right now, especially because of this collection, and everybody's just kind of annoyed with her releasing very similar items, but they do have like a highlighter puff. On paper, I love things like this, but I don't actually ever use them. I think I just like having the item like on my vanity. I think it looks really cute, but what would be the point in buying something just because you think it's cute? The shades look very pretty though. I think it's like one is a gold and one is more of like a pinky, peachy kind of shade. Very pretty, especially for the springtime. And then there's a few lipsticks that have been released. I don't know, the lipsticks also look kind of basic. Like the packaging is pretty cute if you like the little bow on them, but I don't know, these could also be already established Pat McGrath shades. I don't know. They just look like any kind of shade I would find in any nude collection of any brand. So I don't know what's so special about them. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this next brand's name, Susikeki? But they just released this, what is it called? Sunset Florist Baked 3D Highlighter Palette. And this looks so interesting because is the purple part a part, like, is the whole pan, the whole circle, the highlighter? Is it a purple highlighter? These are really pretty. I don't know if I need a highlighter. Like, I don't need another highlighter. And I don't know if I would really reach for a trio highlighter like this. I feel like I haven't talked about ColourPop for a while, or ColourPop hasn't really released anything that caught my eye for a while. But they just came out with this new collection. What is it called? The Daisy Does It collection. And there's like a springy kind of palette, some Super Shocks, eyeliner, some Super Shock blushes, and eyeshadow correction. And the Fresh Kiss in different shades. The palette, I think it's interesting. I think right now greens are really having a moment. Like, everyone's doing some form of like a green eyeshadow look. I think a lot of the collab collections that have been coming out A lot of them have different types of greens in there. So I think it's interesting to see ColourPop kind of see those trends and incorporate it into their brand in some way, because this doesn't just look like a I don't know, I feel like when ColourPop releases anything for the spring season, it's the same typical like lavender and corally kind of shades, but this looks a bit deeper, a bit more grungy. It kind of reminds me of the Raw Beauty Christie collab that they did. Not saying that it's the exact same shades or anything, but like when I look at this, it reminds me of that Raw Beauty Christie palette, and maybe they would work well together, or maybe they're just similar in that there's deeper tones in here, kind of more like that yellow looks more like a primary yellow instead of just like a, I don't know, pastel-y yellow, if that makes sense. This collection looks cute. I'm not particularly interested in anything. I feel like I already have those Super Shock blush shades, although I do like that there's an orange one in there. I'm a huge fan of orange blushes, but I'm okay, and I don't really reach for single shadows. I kind of forget that I have them, so I have to like make a mental note to use them. And I'm not too fond of the Fresh Kiss lip products myself. I did get one and ended up just passing it along to someone at work, just because like, I don't know. And maybe they've changed the formula, or maybe it's exactly the same, because I think I got a Fresh Kiss from like the very first round of these. But then people that I watch who didn't like those original ones had gotten one with the Valentine's Day collection, and they love the ones from the Valentine's Day collection. So that just makes me curious. So the Fenty Heat Gloss in Lavender is now available and a part of its permanent line. And let's talk about it, because I bought the lingerie piece to get that lip gloss, because I am a huge fan of the Fenty Heat formula. It's one of my favorite plumping glosses, and I think that shade is absolutely beautiful, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. I don't know if I feel that way about the lingerie piece. And with Fenty Savage itself, it's not something like a Victoria's Secret where like if you buy X amount, you get like a discount, like, you know, buy 5 panties for like, is it 35 now? I remember when it was 20. That's so wild to me. At some point, wasn't it even like 19.95? Anyway, it's not like that. You have to pay a monthly subscription, and if you read anything on Reddit, I don't know, maybe you don't even know what Reddit is. Should I be admitting that I'm on? Anyway, I use Reddit, hi, hello, and I read the Reddit reviews, and a lot of people make it sound like it's an absolute nightmare, this subscription service, because they charge you regardless if you buy anything that month or not. And it's like, okay, why am I spending like, and I don't think that it's fairly cheap either. I think I want to say it's like a $30 subscription, and maybe even more. I don't know, but it sounds like the Shoe Dazzle thing that the Kardashians were super advertising, and then it turned out that the Kardashians were somehow like investors or something within that business. Ariane Beauty is releasing, what does she call this? Chapter 2. This is her new like round of products. There are metallic gel shadows, some eyelashes, a face mist, flourishing lash and brow boosting serum, full night sleep cooling blurring under eye balm, and some eyeshadow palettes, and what else? Are those like blushes? Yes, so they're called the Eclipse Cheek and Lip Stick for $18. I'm already like not interested in Ariane Beauty. I just don't think that that's for me. Like, I don't see the advertisements, I don't see the announcements and get excited like, oh, I want to spend my money on that. That's not to say that these products aren't good. It's just I'm not the demographic for that. When I see this, I'm not excited about it, but I feel like people felt the same way about Rare Beauty. I think myself included. I was just like, okay, another celebrity brand, and Rare Beauty seems to be doing really, really well. So I mean, I don't know. And I don't think that Ariana would, you know, sign up to add like having this makeup brand on her plate if she wasn't actually super excited and wanted to spend time and effort into it. So I don't know, even though it's not for me, it might be for somebody and it might be really awesome. I'm just like not interested. Urban Decay is releasing the All Nighter Vitamin C setting spray, $33 vegan makeup setting spray powered with vitamin C that hydrates your skin and locks in your makeup for 16 hours. Illuminated finish, water and transfer resistant, energizes and brightens skin, smooths and firms skin texture. Do setting sprays really have that much power? I mean, I've been using this professional one and it says that it's supposed to like minimize your pores, and like I don't know if it really does that, but I don't really use setting sprays as primers. Maybe this is for the person who uses setting spray as primers. That would make more sense, because I couldn't imagine putting this over your makeup and then it's putting the like, I don't know. I think when you're doing like liquid luminizer, I think it's always safe to have that be the first layer and then put your products on top of it. I don't know why you would cover your face with it, because what if that breaks up the makeup, right? Charlotte Tilbury has extended the Pillow Talk line. I know I talked about this last week, but now there's actual like non-edited photos of the product, and there's a few more things listed. So I know last week I showed one image of those like highlights, but it seems like there's two. The one on the left looks warmer, and then the one on the right looks cooler. I don't know, the cooler one looks like it would cover like a fair to light, and then the other one looks like it would cover a medium to tan. Again, I don't know, it's very limited shade range. The brand kind of struggles with that, but it seems like there's two more additions to their cream contours. Or is one like a blush and one is a highlight? Or no, I think the contours are in that more bronzy kind of packaging. There's supposed to be a pillow, lip, and cream glow. I think that's the balm that we see in the photo. And what interests me the most is that more like maroony brown Pillow Talk mascara. The Pillow Talk mascara was like my holy grail mascara until I tried the Sky High. It was the one I reached for the most. It was the one I liked the most. I still enjoy that mascara, but if I'm being honest, that's more for like when I want to be really done up, because it doesn't like lift my lashes and perform as well as like my Maybelline Sky High, but it gives me that like sultry like 90s model aesthetic that I like to do with my makeup. So I'm excited that there's a brown shade, because I love a brown mascara, and I don't know, I feel like they always release browns in one particular shade. It's kind of more like brown black leaning, but I don't know, like I want more brown mascaras. I think it would just, they're so pretty. Anyway, I will probably pick up a mini of the mascara just to try it out. And I don't know why I'm so attracted to those highlights, but they're just calling to me. And I don't know, maybe I just need to go and swatch them and get it out of my system, because I definitely don't need another highlighter. I definitely don't need another blush. I don't know, and if these just end up looking like the Super Shock, I might just be a little bit annoyed, because I could just buy a Super Shock shadow for like, you know, way less than what these are gonna cost me. But I don't know, I'm a huge fan of like the Pillow Talk shade, and I like the looks that I see, and I understand that people are annoyed and want something different, but this is definitely serving to the people that definitely just love it. Other ColourPop news, they teased this Avatar: The Last Airbender collection. There's no pictures of the products at the time that I'm filming this. That's interesting to me, because I think it's opening a door of what we're gonna see as far as collabs from ColourPop. I don't know, everyone likes to say that Avatar is an anime, but I don't think it's an anime. Like, it's an American TV show, animated in America. I know that it looks very anime style, but I don't count it as an anime. I don't. But it's a very cool cartoon. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest checking it out. I think there's like 2 series. There's Aang, and then there's Korra. Korra is like after the events of the Aang story. Yes, I haven't watched Korra, but I've definitely watched the original. I'm interested to see what this collection is going to be. I'm interested to see where this goes, because I don't know, like, what other TV shows could they do? They've already done Sailor Moon, which is an anime. Now they're doing Avatar. I don't know, are we going to get like Power Rangers or something? Or like, I don't know, are they wouldn't do like a Jujutsu Kaisen. I think that's like too new, but we might get other animes in the mix. And I don't know, right now things like Inuyasha are really popular, Yu Yu Hakusho, all of those like really old Adult Swim late night animes are having a moment right now, whether they're getting a reboot in the series or they're coming up on like a big anniversary. So I don't know. I'm excited to see where that goes. I don't know if I'm going to actually pick up anything from the Avatar collection. It would have to be something that really like caught my eye. Like I like Avatar, but I'm not like diehard Avatar, you know what I mean? Okay, so Spectrum Brushes has done another collab with Emily in Paris. Are people watching this show? Do people really, really like it? I only see this show mentioned when I watch makeup news videos like this one. I don't actually see content creators talking about how they're waiting for this or how they're watching this or how this inspires them. I don't get it. The sponges look super cute because they're like little desserts, little macaroons and like a cake. I think it's like it's some kind of bun. The entire set is $51. Who is this for? Who's watching this show? Let me know. And if you are watching it, do you love it? Do you like it? I'm just confused. But let me know, was there anything that caught your attention this week? What are you most excited for? I don't know, are you also interested in the Charlotte Tilbury collection like me? Are you interested in the Pat McGrath collection? I even forgot that was like the first thing we talked about. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.